you even ready for this video? I'm deadly serious. This video has taken the best part of 45 minutes to make, to plan, to film, to organise. Here is my official, I'm going to insert this now as my official attempt at the alternative Oasis playlist. Look at them 23 songs now, Paige. Look at them. Ignore them. Wipe them from your memory. Forget they ever existed. This is the Oasis setlist if those songs were not available to be played. Here are my alternative 23 songs. I've given it so much thought, it's unreal, so I'd love you to leave a like. You know what I mean? Please. You can see the sweat, as disgusting as it is, hanging off my nose. There's a big light there. It's a really hot day, by the way, so I appreciate the calls, the effort that's gone into this. My 23 songs have like a Knoll section as well. I've got highs and lows. I've got more atmospheric songs. I've got more chilled out songs in different places. I've got a great encore. I've got a great opener. Everything's, I think, come together so well. There's one song I've missed out, and we'll come on to that in a bit. It's killing me we've missed it out, but we'll have to move on. So take a look at them songs, forget they exist, and I'd love you to let me know yours down in the comments while you're down there. The best way of helping me out on this channel, I'm now full-time kind of doing this. Well, I kind of was anyway. But technically officially, so this is my job, so leave a like. It really goes a long way. You kind of don't know how much it means, so thank you very much. We're going to just start by skimming through every song in alphabetical order, and I've highlighted just quickly what we could talk about all around the world. Bag It Up, Be Here Now, Cloudburst, Columbia, Come On Feel the Noise, Digsy's Dinner, Don't Go Away, The Fame, Gas Panic, Go Let It Out, Hey Now. We'll talk about all these songs later, but these are like when I was doing my first, like, what could we have that hasn't already been obviously played. Hindu Times, I'm the Walrus, obviously a cover, but we'll allow it. I Hope I Think I Know, I'm Out of Time, Important to Be an Idol, It's Good to Be Free, Listen Up, Lila, Married with Children, My Big Mouth, Round Our Way, Sad Song, Shaker Maker, She's Electric, The Shock of Lightning, Songbird, Stay Young, Step Out, what's that one there? What's the miss there? Stop Crying Your Heart Out, Underneath the Sky, Up in the Sky, and Where Did It All Go Wrong? My word, right. Let's start. Oh my god, look at my presentation, guys. I pay £30 a month for this. This is called StreamYard. My word, please like and subscribe. I've just started with my starter and opener. Like, I'm just trying to reel you in. So I've started with Hindu Times. I've said this a lot of times. It's one of the best openers they ever did, one of the best songs they ever did, in fact. It's a great song. Opens, of course, Heathen Chemistry. And I'm trying to get in one song per album. Let's get a good coverage of the band, guys. A full discography. From start to finish, right? It makes loads of sense for me on a reunion tour. I've said that a few times. So we're going to start with that, a great opener, that kind of riff. Down, 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 down. Just imagine the place bouncing. Down, 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 down. And we're going to end on I'm the Walrus, right? They've done this many times. It tends to go like Champagne Supernova and I'm the Walrus at the end. So I'm going to end on that. It's a cover. I don't give a crap. It sounds amazing. Nebula sounded brilliant. The brass section behind it as well. There's actually 4 songs I've got on the encore. We're going to come on to them later. So that's the first of the 4. Let's move on. I've done these in kind of sections, right? Just what felt right as I was working it out. Number 2, the second song has to be Columbia. I'm gutted the song missed out of the actual setlist, by the way. I thought it would be in there over Bring It On Down, maybe Fade Away. But both of them songs have been great live, so what can I say? But Columbia's great, a great driving force behind the song. Great guitar, like them kind of, that heavy riff with 3 guitars on the stage playing that. It'll sound absolutely amazing. And that's coming in second, right? What a great start. And then in 3, The Shock of the Lightning. I needed something off the album. It was either this or Bag It Up for me. I think it's a better song. And the setlist now, if we're going to be picky, right, I think it does miss some representation from the later albums. And I've covered that in this vid, don't worry. I've made sure that's in there. So The Shock of the Lightning is in 3 for me. Are you shocked about that or not? In 19, I've made a vid literally the other week, top 5 most overrated Oasis songs, in which this was number 1 by a country mile, behind Wonderhorse. Good band, behind Wonderwall. I still think it is overrated, but you need, when you're missing out, like you're missing Wonderwall, you're missing Live Forever, you're missing Champagne Supernova, you need an anthem, right? You need an anthem that the fans can sing right at the end. This is that. This is like the poor man's Don't Look Back in Anger, right? Stop Crying Your Heart Out. It's got to be in the set list, and I've got it in 19 just before they come back on. And I think the message of Stop Crying Your Heart Out, then they come back on, is quite nice, and I think that really works. So they've gone off stage after that, and then there's 4 songs after. Are you liking what I'm doing so far? I'm really enjoying talking about this. I think this is a really nice... someone come up with this in the comments. Thank you to that guy. Great idea. Right, this is where it starts to ramp up, guys. I've gone for 2 sets of 2 now. These are just... The word filler song does not do it justice. These are songs that are not so much atmospheric songs. They're not so much more chilled out songs, slower ballady songs. These are just proper rock and roll. Oasis, a lot of them B-sides. In fact, are they all B-sides? Like, look at the standard... Look at the state of these B-sides here. So we're gonna go for Listen Up in song 8, right? And then in 9, Stay Young. What a pairing they are. Quite similar, certainly in tempo. Maybe not. I suppose Listen Up, but Stay Young, and Stay Young is a bit quicker in it, but they're both great songs. Great guitar, but the guitar parts, great choruses as well. Sing along songs. And this separates the Wonderwall fans from the proper fans as well, because it'll be a bit quiet, I reckon, at this time when you get the B-sides going. The same with Rockin' Chair and It's Good to Be Free. I'm just going to say now, I've missed out a couple songs. One of them being Step Out. I was very close to putting that in. I was very close to putting in The Fame as well. I've just gone It's Good to Be Free, my personal pick. A lot of these are actually what I think might happen. A lot of these are realistic. This is one where, yeah, they could play it live. Definitely, like they've played it live before. The White Room sounded great in 95, I believe that was. Sounded amazing, in fact. I just don't think it's as likely to be played live in this alternative universe as Rockin' Chair, as Listen Up, as Stay Young. But it's one of my favourite songs that Oasis have ever done. It's so good. The swagger Liam delivers it with, sorry. Yeah, it's amazing. Great guitar part as well. It really fades out. I love how it ends. And then Rockin' Chair in front of it. How good is that? So that leaves like a gap of 5 songs in between, in which Noel's going to come in there and play 3. 6 and 7, or 4 and 5. 6 and 7, I believe, are more atmospheric, slower songs. As are 70. I'll work it out, but I've got it all covered. Don't worry. But what are you saying so far? Are you liking it? Leave a like down below if you're enjoying the vid. I think they're really good pairs, really good, and they work really well with each other. Right, we're coming in with Noel's little thing now. 10, 11, and 12 when Noel's coming on. Now, I've put Stay Young in 9 for a reason, because it's quite a big song for Liam to sing. Hey, stay young, and in big chorus, right? I don't know if Liam can sing that, to be honest with you. I'm taking a punt on he can. If he does, he'll need a rest after, which is where Noel comes in. If you really think now before I show you, even though I just showed you, what songs do Noel have? Like, what could Noel actually do here? Important to Be an Idol? Step Out? I think Step Out was tough because I like to think with Noel it's more of an acoustic set, more of maybe slower songs. Apart from Little by Little, that's very relevant this year with Talk Tonight and with Half the World Away. Noel tends to slow it down. So I had Going Nowhere in here. Have I got that in there? Actually, still no. I had Going Nowhere in here for a bit, and I just thought, is it as good of a song as Where Did It All Go Wrong? I don't think so. But you could have Going Nowhere. Sad Song has to go in here. Again, I think it's perhaps a bit overrated, but in a world where you've not got your Half a World Away, or you Talk Tonight, what else does Noel sing? And you go through a lot of it. The later stuff isn't actually that good, in my opinion. So I've gone with Sad Song. I've gone with Where Did It All Go Wrong? And of course, Important to Be an Idol has to be in there. That has to. That is like the Little by Little for me. That should be the last song Noel does before he come back in. And how good is that? I think Where Did It All Go Wrong? It's a really bad rap, and I don't particularly love it. But I've tried to include songs from throughout the discography. I've tried to spread it out, and this gets a coverage of Standing on the Shoulders of Giants, whereas Going Nowhere would be another B-side. Like, how many B-sides have we got already? To chuck another one in there is a lot. I think it makes sense. It also sounds very good live. It gets a bad rap, this song. I don't know why. I love that little guitar solo there, which Noel would definitely play live. It would sound good. I love the guitar tone. Yeah, overhated song, I think. Where Did It All Go Wrong? And I like it. It's actually a bit of a nod, isn't it, to Oasis? Where Did It All Go Wrong? Maybe they wouldn't play it for that reason, but maybe they would, ironically. There's my Noel list, right? And that comes straight after Listen Up and Stay Young. I think that's really good. It's so far very balanced, right? I'm enjoying the video. If you're not subscribed, by the way, some people watch and don't realise they're not subscribed. I'd love you to go down there and press it. And get me on your telly, by the way. I'm looking at my telly there. Because I think like 40% of people watch me on their telly. I can't believe that's even real. Like, people are sat in the living room with me on that's just, I cannot get my head around that, but get it on there. Join the club. Next, guys, where we're going now? Okay, we're going into 4 and 5. 4 and 5 are quite I think probably one of the weakest parts of the set list, I reckon. Do you reckon maybe 5 and 6, that kind of area? You chuck your perhaps filler songs. And I've perhaps done that. Shaker Maker has to go in this list, right? Actually, we'll group all these together because it's very relevant time-wise. Up in the Sky, Shaker Maker, Married with Children. They have to go in. What's the only song I've definitely made we've not had so far on both set lists, the real one and this one? My mind's gone entirely blank. But there's not many, surely, that I've not covered here. Because they've got Bring It On Down. None, right? Unless I've completely forgotten one. Sorry, guys. But yeah, Up in the Sky's got to go on. You're trying to cover all bases. You need to certainly cover the main album, like the best album, in my opinion, the debut. Everyone knows all the songs on there. You get Up in the Sky and you get Shaker Maker in. Absolutely, wherever you want to put them. You can even swap them, and I don't think it'll make too much of a difference. Obviously, we can't pick Bring It On Down, which I thought we would be, to be honest, but they've played it live, actually. And then Married with Children. It's a rogue one, this, in 5. I wanted something a bit slower. I didn't know what that would be. I was thinking about... Do you know what I was thinking about, which I've actually missed out? And I'll let you know now. I'm a bit annoyed about this. Songbird. And again, I think it's a bit of an overrated tune, but when you're going live, who cares? Like, if you're going to sing along to it, ain't you? So, I was actually considering at one point, which sounded totally... Literally, the reason I didn't do it is because it sounds nuts, is letting Noel sing Songbird. I was like, well, George, that's like one of the only songs Liam actually fucking wrote. So let him sing it if you're going to put it in. But I've just left it out. I was also thinking of letting Noel sing Up in the Sky. I don't know if you've heard the Up in the Sky version Noel does. It ain't bad. So I've left it there for now. Liam's going to do it all. Shaker Maker, Up in the Sky, Married with Children are in. Let's go forward to... Oh, right. I'm just going to get a drink of my Highland Spring whilst you go down there and leave a like. Watch this. Hard work, being a hashtag content creator. Hashtag. This is really interesting now because these are where your big songs come in, your atmospheric songs, perhaps your longer songs as well, because there's a lot of them. If you think about Standing on the Shoulders of Giants, you've got things like Gas Panic, things like Roll It Over as well as on that album. If you look at Beer Now, you've got things like All Around the World. You know what I mean? I've missed one. It's Getting Better, Man. All these songs like Magic Pie. It's a long album, and that section is very long of their discography. So I've picked 4 out, and I want you to look actually at 13 and 14 first. Go to 13 and 14. I've gone Gas Panic, and I Hope I Think I Know as a pairing. Gas Panic has to be in. Gas Panic's a non-negotiable for me. I actually put down like 10 of 12 non-negotiables at the start, and that was in there. And then go to 6 and 7, and you'll notice a similar pairing, She's Electric and Go Let It Out. I was going to put in Go Let It Out next to Gas Panic, but I didn't because they're from the same album. They're both quite long. They're both quite similar in many ways, I guess. Like, if you had to pick similar songs, there would certainly be 2 of them that I pick. So I've split them up just. And then She's Electric has to be in there. Again, I'm not a massive fan of the song, but it's absolutely a fan favourite, right? And it has to be played. I've gone for it early just because you get the crowd going. That was my kind of thought process behind that. So it has to go in, and I've put it in 6. And then I Hope I Think I Know. Again, like, it's good to be free. I like this song. And I've just ranked, weirdly, Be Here Now, my last video. And I think I had Be Here Now, the song, ahead of I Hope I Think I Know. What have I done here? Why have I done that? Because I'm literally arguing against myself. That should not be I Hope I Think I Know. That should be Be Here Now. I don't know why I've done that. Okay, assume it is Be Here Now, but bloody hell. We'll take I Hope I Think I Know for the purpose of vid, but I do think Be Here Now is a better song for all argument's sake. Either or, a song like that has to go in 14, right? You can't have too much of a slower song because you've just come off Gas Panic. You've just come off the Noel little mini set halfway through. So it has to be a song like that. Maybe something like The Fame, one of them kind of songs. But I absolutely want something off Be Here Now because you need to cover that album for me. We've not really done that. Well, we've done it with a few B-sides, I guess. Oh, but I Think I Know shouldn't be in there. Right, that's Be Here Now, assume. What are you thinking so far? I'd love to hear your thoughts because I'm really happy with it. If I had to look again, I'm thinking about Married with Children for Songbird, but at the same time, Married with Children, I can't see a set list, an alternative one, without the song Married with Children. And then, Be Here Now should be in there. Aside from that, we're looking good. The only cover I've missed out that was nearly in my options was Come On Feel the Noise, which sounds so good. Don't know if Liam could sing that. It's a big verse, isn't it? But let's get on to the big bit. This is the bit you're all waiting for. What the chuff have I done here? So you see how, like, I've basically... Right, I forgot I did that. Right, ignore the last 5 minutes. Basically, I'm trying to, like, tease you in, and I've put Be Here Now in last minute in 5 on this slide, but I've not changed it on that slide. So we've now lost Married with Children, in fact, I actually prefer it. Do you know something? I prefer it. Because if you go back to the original set list, right, I told you to forget about it, but just go back to it. Look at the first 7 look at the first, Jesus, what was that? It was like 8 songs before Talk Tonight. None of them are, like, chilled out songs like Married with Children. They're all big hits. Sigs and Elk, Fade Away, Super. And if you look at my list here, which my second list, which I've weirdly corrected, that's the same thing. Your first 6 songs are all big songs. Actually putting Married with Children in there like I thought I was gonna does ruin the momentum of it. Doesn't it? So I think I'm right. I'm entirely right here. I just forgot to change it on that page. So Be Here Now's in. I thought I was, when you know something's right, you're like, oh, I must have not done it. It was like a weird. No, I was right. Be Here Now's in there. Absolutely correct. And I'm really happy actually now. I think it looks way better, by the way. But yeah, the song and 18s Don't Go Away. Again, this is like the poor man's Stand By Me. And Poor Man doesn't do it any justice at all because it's a really good song. Some people would say it's better than Stand By Me off the same album. Both quite similar songs, I guess. Again, like Gas Panic and Go Let It Out. But yeah, this has to be in there somewhere. I've gone in 18. I just think let's go for a big finish now. 18, 19, two of the biggest songs they've done that haven't already been sung on the in real life, IRL, and they're anthem songs. Everyone's going to be singing along before they come back out to these 3 songs. What do you think these 3 songs are going to be? Have a think now, just in your own head. What have I missed out? The songs like, I really wanted this Getting Better Man in here. I think that would really work with the guitars. However, it's too long. It just is too long. Another one, Roll It Over, I love. That'd probably come in instead of Gas Panic, I reckon. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm gonna go now to 20, 21, and 22. They've just come back on stage after Stop Crying Your Heart Out, after Don't Go Away. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun. Lights go down. Lila's got to be in there. Some people are stunned it wasn't in the actual set list, by the way. Lila, great song. Everyone knows it. The chorus, everyone's going to be singing it. Everyone's hammered at this point. It's a good time. 21, All Around the World. I think you've got to get this in there. And I've put it right at the end. I play a shorter one, but I keep the brass section. I'd keep the brass section going straight into Round Our Way. What a way to almost end the set list. And I hear the argument with, it's not really a big song, like not many people know. Of course people know it. I'd assume most people know Round Our Way if you go into Oasis, right? So I'm not just going to pick the biggest song. What's the biggest song on here? Stop Crying Your Heart Out, maybe? I wouldn't just put that there because it's the big song. I think you've got to end strong. And really strong. They used to do it. Did they end on Round Our Way once? Swear they did in a gig. I feel like they did. Definitely played it loads. It sounds great with that brass section behind. Round Our Way, back in Eaton Park. Homecoming makes so much sense. And I've put it towards the end, only before I'm the Walrus. And I think that is a 4. Lila, All Around the World. Round Our Way. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Just imagine that at the end. Everyone's bouncing. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Round Our Way. Great. And then I'm the Walrus. I think that's amazing. And there's my final alternative setlist. I really hope you've enjoyed. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If you did enjoy, it took a lot of time, so leave a like down below and subscribe. I love making these videos. So any like concept videos like this, let me know in the comments as well, along with your list, because I'll definitely get on them. There's loads more gigs to come, and there's plenty of videos to come with it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, you'll probably enjoy this video, which I'll tag there, ranking Be Here Now. Nice one. Have a good day. See you later. Bye.